Up next on End of the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Obsidian. This is an Imperial Stout brewed by Sand City Brewing Company in Northport, New York. Check it out. Hi everybody, it's Rich and welcome to End of the Day Beer Review, and today gonna take a step back from some of the big name Goose Island stuff that I've been doing lately and going to be looking at a local brewery again, and a brewery that I've looked at before on this channel. This is Obsidian. This is an Imperial Stout coming in at 10% ABV, and it is by Sand City Brewing Company in Northport, New York, which is I don't know, maybe 45 minutes away from where I live. Now this comes in, like I said, at 10% ABV, and it doesn't say anything else about tasting notes. The can does say that it is 1 ounce, 1 ounce, I'm sorry, 1 pint. And the can art's pretty basic there. It looks like Obsidian. As far as the black and the gray in it, it's really sort of nice can art. Now, I like Sand City. In fact, they make a blueberry ale in the summertime that I think is fantastic. In fact, it's my go-to summer drink a lot of times. I have not had quite as much luck with their stouts. I've had one that was great, and I had one that was sort of, I thought was a little sour, so I wasn't pleased with it. So I was actually a little reluctant to even buy the stouts, because, you know, like, some breweries are good at some things and they don't really go, you know, and hit a home run on the other stuff. So I figured they were more of a wheat fruit beer IPA type of brewery. But I figured, you know, this is an Imperial Stout. It's coming in at 10% ABV. Let's check it out. Now, crack the can open. Getting nothing right off the bat coming out. But I mean, that's not surprising. It is just opening the can. I am using a stout glass for this. And let's see what the pour is like. You know, it's not quite Obsidian. In fact, it's sort of a very, very dark brown. This is not jet black, which is sort of what I expect from an Imperial Stout. But I do have to admit that I am a little jaded because of what I have been drinking lately, which has been super high ABV, barrel-aged stuff. So, you know, this is an Imperial. Oh, okay. It's starting to fill the bar. There's a good roasty scent to this. I'm being filled with hope here. If you take a look, it is dark brown, pours nicely in the glass. I poured easy, but it's maybe a pinky of khaki-colored head on this. Definitely some legs on this, and lacing. It's hanging on to the edge of that glass quite nicely. Let's check the nose. Yeah, there's a nice sort of roasted, I want to say coffee. I know there's no, I mean, there are no tasting notes on this can, so I have no idea what to expect here. But I'm getting sort of that roastiness that I associate with coffee and with stouts, quite honestly. Am I getting anything else? No, for me, the dominant thing here is that roasted sort of malty aroma that you get with most stouts. So let's check it out. Let's see what the flavor is like. You know, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Yeah, getting that nice sort of roasted flavor in there. For 10% ABV, I am tasting no alcohol at all, which is really quite nice that there's none of that sort of overt alcohol burn that you sometimes get with these. So there's definitely a hint of, to me, there's a hint of coffee there. All right, so again, I'm definitely getting that roasted flavor, and I'm getting notes of coffee here. Yeah, coffee, maybe just a hint of that chocolate flavor that's there also. I'll tell you right now, for an Imperial Stout, this is incredibly approachable. One, there's no overt burn from the alcohol, even though it's 10%. In fact, I would probably classify this beer as sort of dangerous. And what I mean by that is you could pound this really fast and not realize the alcohol content here, and it could sneak up on you. And you know, if you go for a second one, then wow, this is probably going to leave you a bit impaired. But it's also surprisingly simple in its flavor profile. You're getting that nice sort of roastiness of the coffee and the malt, and just a hint on the back end for me, I'm getting some flavor of chocolate. Not a milk chocolate, but more of like a dark sort of chocolate to me. But it's really nice. Listen, would I wait online, you know, 5 hours for this? Would I go distributor to distributor looking for this? Probably not. But would I have it if I was out and it was on tap? Absolutely. If I saw it in a distributor where it happened to be, would I pick up a 4-pack? I would. I will say this, you know, Sand City is right here on Long Island in New York, and there's 2 locations. There is Sand City North, which is in Northport, and then there's Sand City South, which I think is in Lindenhurst. The one thing that I will say is that, you know, it is a little pricey. I think I paid $7.50 for this can. I did not buy the whole 4-pack, like I said with Sand City. Sometimes you wind up, you know, like at least with the stouts, I've had a 50-50 track record with them. Like one was really good, one was not so good. This is a very good middle of the road Imperial Stout. I could easily sit down and enjoy this with a burger, with you know, with a pizza, something like that, and it would be a really good addition to whatever I was actually having. That being said, it's also a really approachable way, this stout, to introduce other people who aren't into the high ABV beers to actually, you know, get into it without breaking into something like a pastry stout. So is it good? It is. Is it to die for? It's not. It's a right there, middle of the road, really enjoyable stout. But again, and quite frankly, will I go out and buy a 4-pack of this now? I probably will, but you're talking, for that 4-pack, it's probably going to be about $32, $33 once you add tax and everything to that. So that is a little pricey when you're talking about 4 pints of beer. That's bar prices as opposed to drinking at home prices. So, you know, and normally I don't dive into the whole price thing here, but especially after going through the Goose Island saga this year, there is sort of that cost versus value. Is this worth $7.50 or basically $8 a can? I think it is. You know, would I stockpile this and cellar this? I probably won't. Would I recommend it to somebody else? Yeah, especially somebody who was just trying an Imperial Stout for the first time. This would be a great place to start. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to sit back and I am definitely going to enjoy the rest of this because this is a solid beer. But again, is it one of those beers that I'm going to hunt up? I don't know. If I see it again, I might pick up that 4-pack. Will I cellar it? Probably not. This would probably be just something I would have with a meal, enjoy it, and then when it falls out of season, I probably won't think about it again until I see it, you know, in the fall or in the winter. That being said, you know, would I buy it? Yeah, I would. If you see it, is it worth picking up? Yeah, I would pick up a can. I would give it a try. If you're on Long Island or in New York and you happen to be near one of the 2 Sand City locations or a distributor that has it, I would definitely pick it up. So again, I do enjoy this stout. I think it's really good. I think it's got a nice mouthfeel. It's crisp. It's not too syrupy. It doesn't, you know, it's not super chewy. It's just a very good, approachable Imperial Stout. And again, if you see it or you happen to be at Sand City, I would definitely try it. It's worth the try. Anyway, folks, I hope you've enjoyed the review. Again, this is Obsidian Imperial Stout, brewed and canned by Sand City Brewing Company in Northport, New York. Now, I've been to both of their locations, and they're both really nice places to go and visit, have a drink. There's normally food trucks outside, and it's a nice experience if you're going to have a beer. And would I have this beer there? Absolutely. Anyway, folks, have a good night. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this. I hope to see you next time. If you're new and you enjoyed that review, hit that like button. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. Any comments, I would love to hear them. If you've tried this, have a different opinion, love to hear that as well. And I will see you next time on a Day Beer Review. Cheers.